A Sons of Anarchy OG returned last night, and what did you guys think of it? Well, you probably didn't want it to be Wendy as much as you wanted it to be Tig and Chibs, but we are here to look at fans react to Wendy Case's return to the Sons of Anarchy universe. For initial thoughts on it, it was good seeing Wendy. I mean, it was good getting a wee mention at Abel and Thomas, but I'm not a fan of the bad mouthing of Jax Teller. But that's a video in itself. We're going to look at your guys' reactions to it. And MD Poe says Isaac is low down as hell. What's going on with Isaac, big man? Who knows what's going on with Isaac? We've got final boss Kinju saying, how the fuck did Isaac know where both Angel and Felipe lived? You know what? It's a valid point, I guess. I was gonna say I guess Letty could have told him, but there's no way she could have told him. She's already signed out. Final boss Kinzu says, I think the dog was a callback to when the show had a theme. I have a wolf, a wild fur, cut from the pack, with blood on my fur. Alec Norwood says, as someone who's Hispanic, I honestly feel so let down by how this show is ending. As much as I love seeing Wendy, I thought this was so random and forced. I think there was just ways of implementing it like much better than what they did. Like the fact they just skate it around, like oh she doesn't want to say Jax Teller's name. It's like why just say Jax Teller's name? It adds so much weight. And I mean, I guess it's not completely out of the blue. I mean, her and Nero are still in California, so I mean, it's not like they've traveled halfway across the world here. But there was just something off about it. Would I rather it have been in the episode than not? Yes, but I mean, when most of the episode's awful, it doesn't really change my opinion. John so Tello says, "What a boring episode. Hopefully, next episode isn't a boring season finale. So much unanswered questions. SOA had more action. They should have shown Easy Jax Teller ghost when he fell off his bike. At least Wendy's is doing good with the kids." Yeah, I mean that's one positive. At least Abel and Thomas, man, they're still alive, and they're acknowledging that in this universe, which can only give us hope going forward. Now I hope Elgin James gets Mr. Mayhem and Kurt Sutter comes straight back through the door. Troops. Anyway, Young At says haven't watched it yet because it's not on certain sites yet. Lol. But did she mention Jax to Easy? Because I hate when they do stuff like this, but never explain the connection to each other. It makes my brain itch. Like they just say you were Jax's whole Wendy. She didn't say she was Jax's, but she did say like her ex was, in a motorcycle club. She says that as if he was like a prospect or something. He was Jax Teller. Jax Teller. Jax Teller, man. Come on. Like she's like, oh, I don't want to say who it was because you might be beefing with him. That makes it blatantly obvious who it could be. Adam Stark says, I had a theory ages ago that the show could end with Wendy being killed somehow, which is what brings Abel into the life and continue in the circle. And now Wendy has randomly appeared. Yeah, exactly. David Farley says, it would have been cool for Wendy to mention one of the son's real mothers was murdered by my ex's mother or something. I still miss Tara to this day. Yeah, like she could say it's like Easy could be like, oh, this life, and then she could be like, oh, I've had it tough, and then name a few examples. Like, you've got a universe, use it. I mean, they mentioned Charmin and Sam Crow every 3 seconds. How about mentioning something that actually like took place? Jesus, man. David Gomez says, I bet they're teasing a spin off. Abel and Thomas. Wendy mentioned they ride dirt bikes. Exactly. Mayans is the first of 3 spin offs for SOA. Mayans, Jack's Kid spin off, and the first 9 spin off. I'd rather the first 9 before the Jax's Kid spin off, personally. Also, talking about a Charming Police spin off as well. I mean, how would that work, Christopher? I'd love to know how that would work. David Gomez says, can't wait for both spin off. SOA first 9 is interesting people. I heard rumours it will be short. I hope not, because the set take place in the 60s Vietnam, through 70s, and finally the late 90s. I wonder they'll mention Chico Villanueva, because his death is a mystery, and some first 9 founders dying locked up in 90s era is the year John Tiller died, hit by a semi. Exactly. Right, I guess we're going to see a lot of spin off SOA universe. I wonder what next Swole Boys MC, that would be funny if that happens. Don't know Jim Bros are ready for the outlaw style unless Sam Crow Santino forcing them to do dirty jobs for them improve what it's like to be an outlaw motorcycle, kind of teaching them a lesson. I think we can rule out Swole Boys returning, guys. It was one episode of the show to go. Would have been a great scene if it wasn't the last 2 episodes of the series. Yeah, exactly, man. Should have happened way earlier in the season. LaFoyd says, I was sort of expecting Nero to make an appearance. I really didn't expect Wendy to make an appearance in Mayans. I felt her story arc already ended in Sun's finale. If she is here, then let's hope Alvarez and Nero will meet. Yeah, the actor who plays Nero is dead, passed away ages ago. Jimmy Smits is still alive? Come on, man. Jimmy Smits is no D. Jimmy Smits is alive and kicking. He is. He is. Damn it. Jimmy Smits is in the house. Wait the fucking minute. I'm sure I read his passing from cancer. Well, now I even hit Mayans not once I've had him on. Ha, thanks guys for clearing that up. Fuck me, that's some good news. Yeah, Jimmy Smits is alive, guys. God damn it. He's no deed. Kano says they could have at least had Abel and Thomas in the back and could have called Nero for yeah, some. I guess maybe Jimmy Smits didn't want to work Tuesdays or something. I don't know. Keno says, for some reason, my TV also working. Yeah, we had issues last night, major issues. Aaron Glover says, no minds were in the show but Easy and Angel. Yeah, Ghetto and Bottles did appear at the start, but it was awful, man. There was nothing really to it. It was just like they rapped on Easy's door and that was it. Miguel Mayika says, C show makes no sense. Exactly. Still Wood says, next week is a 2 hour series finale. It starts at 10 p.m. and replays at midnight. I wouldn't say the trailer for next week looks amazing, Ken. It kind of just looks like Easy's rallying the troops to wipe out Sam Dino, which means probably going to be the best. I mean, I think it should easily be the best episode of the season. Now, would I go as far as saying show? No. I would rather see Nero Padilla instead of Wendy. Cool action scene though. Aye, I agree with that. Keno says, could we easily include him and Jax's sons? Yep. I would have preferred all of them in the car and Easy has to sit in between April and Thomas and notices Jax's rings. Now that would... Yeah. He doesn't necessarily need to sit in between two kids because that would be a bit weird, but he could notice the rings. Jim Bean says, more fillers. What's the point of Wendy coming back? None. Literally, fuck kind of familiar street. It's a weird one. It's one of those things where I don't mind her coming back, but it should have been if it should have just been earlier in the season. But out of this episode, it's probably on a par with the Sam Dino trying to kill Felipe in terms of like what it did because Felipe's probably not even dead. It's a mess, man. Rance Jackson says the speed don't matter. I dropped my bike at 2 mile an hour and broke my foot. Okay, Marcy Phillips says I'm happy to see Wendy. I'm starting to think we won't see any Sam Crow. I'm not getting my hopes. Yeah, the hopes are done. My hopes are shattered. I mean, I would say on behalf of Fog Entertainment, I am sorry for thinking that Sam Crow were going to come back. But after everything they mentioned and all the evidence, it just pointed towards it. Here, we've one more episode to go, but I would probably rate a 1 out of 10 chance it's going to happen. Patrick Marlin says, man, if at least they don't give us Sam Crow at the next episode, I will be heartbreaking. It's literally been brought up, but even by Easy. I honestly think they aren't coming back. I think he's trying to beat them and failed miserably. I don't know, I could be wrong. Alex Moser says, I really did love the dialogue between Easy and Wendy. Kind of felt like Kurt Sutter dialogue. And then Marcy Phillips says, yes, me too. I mean, I didn't really mind the conversation, but I feel like they should have just like mentioned Jax by fucking name, man. You've got the character, may as well do it. May as well do it, guys. But anyway, as you guys reacting to Wendy Teller, Wendy Case. Wendy Case's return. Will there be any returns next time? We'll have to wait and see. But until then, peace.